Hey guys, it is time for AEW Dynamite predictions. It's a preview. So let's get started. Dynamite will be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin this week. There is, I believe, 2 championship matches taking place. There was a couple of things announced just recently, but at the time of this recording, so there is that too. So starting us off first, we have the International Championship matchup, where we'll see Orange Cassidy look to defend against Buddy Matthews. Now look, I really do think that something is going on here with the International Championship at some point. I have a feeling Orange Cassidy's losing it. But at the same time, I have a feeling that he might win this. So it's hard to know what exactly happens with Orange Cassidy. But I'm going to risk it. I'm going to predict here that Buddy Matthews becomes the new international champion. That would be pretty awesome. I'm going to risk it. Of course, we'll also see Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. They will take on Brandon Cutler and Michael Nakazawa in tag team action. So there is that as well. It should be a good matchup, I believe. So, on that note, it's interesting to see what could happen between these two. I think Blackpool Comic Club are going to win this. But Brandon Cutler and Michael Nakazawa, they should be BBC. They should be there, and they should be at that moment. But we'll see. Of course, we'll also see MJF show up. His presence is mandatory in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, MJF is definitely going to say some crap to Milwaukee. Maybe some Jungle Boy and Sammy Guevara drama continues. But either way, I'm excited to hear or see MJF. But even if his presence is mandatory, I'm excited to hear what he has to say. And also the TNT Championship will be on the line as Powerhouse Hobbs looks to defend up against Silas Young. Silas Young has had a matchup in AEW. He took on Hangman Adam Page at some point. I don't remember when that happened. Here, give me a second. I'm looking it up right now. It was on Dynamite in June 22nd, of 2022. That's when the matchup happened. So yeah, there's that. We've seen Silas Young before. It should be a good matchup between both of these two. They're both both big men. Powerhouse Hobbs has to be bigger than Silas, but probably not by much. I think Silas Young is from Wisconsin too, so I think he's in his hometown. Hang on, I'm looking. Yeah, he's from Appleton, and they're in Milwaukee. So I think Appleton's not too far from Milwaukee. Appleton's closer to Green Bay than it is to Milwaukee, but it's still not terrible. That'd be probably like a 2-hour drive, 2-3 hour drive from Appleton to Milwaukee. Somewhere around there. So that's kind of nice for Silas Young since he's in his home state, not necessarily in his hometown, but he's nearby his hometown. I predict here that Powerhouse Hobbs retains against Silas Young, probably because QT Marshall gets involved, which I think is completely stupid that QT Marshall has to get involved, but whatever. It was also seen that there is women's tag team action taking place. Riho and Sky Blue takes on Ruby Soho and Toni Storm. If you do not know already, Sky Blue was officially signed to AEW. She is All Elite now, which surprises me how long it took for AEW to officially give Sky Blue a graphic. Because she's talented, she's good, she's good in ring competitor. I don't know how good she is on the mic because women don't really get an opportunity to cut promos very often. So it's kind of hard to judge there. But I think this could be Riho and Sky Blue's moment to get a victory over Ruby Soho and Toni Storm. Although Saraya might get involved as well. I'm going to predict that Ruby Soho and Toni Storm win. But I'm probably wrong on this prediction. Just like I was probably wrong on the international title match. We'll also see Swerve Strickland versus Darby Allin after Swerve Strickland on Rampage announced that there was a merger between the Embassy and the Mogul affiliates. Brian Cage came out and attacked Darby, and it was announced that Darby would be taking on Swerve Strickland. Both of these two have fought each other before. I don't recall them ever fighting on AEW, but it's hard to know if who will win this matchup. I kind of have a feeling that there is probably going to be a no contest somehow. Time limit draw, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. I don't really think there should be a winner in this matchup, but we'll see. Also, what was brought out is a lesson in respect. So we saw Jericho with displeasure with the supposed disrespect of returning and victorious Adam Cole against Daniel Garcia, and Jericho stated he felt Cole was pouring salt in the wounds of his fallen right-hand man, and that the quote-unquote excessive celebration was uncalled for. Before Jericho could go further, Keith Lee entered the fray and said that while he and Adam Cole have never seen eye to eye, Cole is not that type of competitor. Then he immediately after the fact made it known he had no respect for Jericho. Keith Lee wanted to teach him a lesson on Dynamite. And this took place at Battle of the Belts or Rampage or something like that. Jericho, it seems like Jericho accepted the challenge though, because the matchup's taking place, of course. This is good. This is great. I'm excited. Let's do this. I kind of have a feeling that Jericho is going to beat Keith Lee, but at the same time, Keith Lee's currently got a rivalry with Swerve Strickland, so I could see Keith Lee getting the victory here as well. I'm going to predict here, though, that Keith Lee gets the victory over Chris Jericho. But both of these two can dish out a good fight, so I'm excited. For sure, I am excited. So is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Alright. This is TPW Talking Pro Wrestling, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Oh, and by the way, I plan to do some more New Japan stuff for a little bit, as I'm trying to follow New Japan. Sort of. I can't watch everything, but I will be able to watch some stuff. I might do New Japan Strong. I don't know on that. But I do know that I'll be doing Capital Collision and Philadelphia Collision this weekend. I also know that I'll probably do Wrestling Dontaku, and I might also do Dominion. I'm not sure on the Dontaku and Dominion stuff. I do know I'll be doing Best of the Super Juniors when that stuff finally gets released. But there you go there. This is TPW Talking Pro Wrestling. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Good night, everybody.